3.
Wake the fuck up. It's the break room.
Whoa there.
It's the break room. Back again with our shenanigans. It's so great to see y'all.
We got more problem children in this motherfucker.
It's
You know
your
what?
girl.
That's the description today. Discussions with problem children. Maybe. I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out.
Hold on. Before we get to the discussions, let's do the introductions. It's your girl K Rose, born Center Bryn,
Yes,
and
sir.
then to my left over here, we got the one, we got the only, we got the. Anyway.
Oh Lord. We got the unknown motherfucking SoundCloud rapper.
Oh, don't do me, baby.
Wait a minute.
Don't do me, baby.
We got Buttercup in the motherfucking corner.
No damn
She little camera shy. We got Kenny Legs on the ones and
Stream my
twos.
shit off of iTunes, baby.
We got upper management in the back.
What is you talking about?
We got upper management in the back.
Why you trying to
It's a great day.
And you got my sidekick to my right.
Ooh, Jesus. This man want peace.
I mean, you already my sidekick, yo. We just gotta kick this shit.
The way you chewing that cover.
I'm a little concerned.
What?
Nippling. He said the drink's so good.
I've been chewing on this cup for the past 15 goddamn minutes. Why you just not saying something else?
What God got to do with it though?
Y'all ain't had shit to do with it.
What you said,
Ma'am,
sir?
the discussion.
The discussion.
You came up with the...
Sir,
Come on,
Brandon.
Sam.
Come on, my nigga.
Whip them notes out, bro.
Oh, y'all the only motherfucker. I said that shit. You know what? Fuck it. Is Black Lives Matter movement considered a trend in history? And is racism still present?
We already know the answer to this question. That's a
We
definite
gonna
yes.
pretend like we don't.
No, we do. It's a yes. It's definitely yes. Does anybody disagree?
Yes to what? To the racism or to Black Lives Matter?
No to racism.
All right. I mean, you're not wrong.
All right then.
What else you gotta say?
But why though? Why do you feel as though racism is still a
It's
thing
right.
here? Mm-hmm.
It's America. Racism is so ingrained in American society that you get, I don't want to say more shit for calling somebody racist than them actually being racist. Fuck it, they're trying to whitewash motherfucking history. They taking black history out of schools.
I did notice that they're doing that in Florida.
I thought they put it back in schools in Florida. Well,
No,
they made it
No,
mandatory.
they did.
I could be wrong, but I swear
No,
it's
they
something.
didn't.
Whether they try to or don't try to, just the thought of the fact of the matter is to sit up here and try to whitewash history, like you said, to try to re-plagiarize it, to make it seem like white people were doing black people a favor.
But they've done
When-
that.
But honestly, like when you think about it, like the history, it's like white people were the ones being like taught, like they were taught like how to like cultivate, how to grow food, how to like take care of themselves, because you know they had all types of plagues and sicknesses, and then you're staring at me like that.
Because I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay. But yeah, and then I don't know. I just don't think it's right that they excuse me, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. But I don't think it
I think everybody in here can agree that racism is alive and well. I don't know in my experience, I don't know not one black person that has not faced some type of.
I haven't. I'm being so serious. I haven't faced any type of racism. That don't mean I haven't seen it. I just haven't had the person to deal with shit. You can let me graze all you want to. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I haven't had to deal with shit.
So do you think that it's impossible for a person of color to not face it?
It's not impossible. I'm not gonna say it's rare. It's just, I really feel like it depends what you're around in that very moment. Like, I'm not saying I don't believe in systematic racism. I'm not saying I don't believe that I could walk past somebody racist today. I'm just saying I haven't had to deal with somebody calling me out my fucking name, or I actually had to deal with any type of racist shit.
Racism is on a larger scale than just name calling them.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying I haven't personally had to deal with it. So if I was to sit here and say, oh, I'm hating on the next white motherfucker that I walk past, I'll be lying. I don't. Like, I just don't got that hate sitting in my heart. Regardless of what the fuck that happened, I don't got that hate sitting in my heart.
I don't think you have to hate Caucasians because of racism. I don't think those two
Isn't that what racism is? A specific hate for a specific race?
No, it's not.
Help me out.
Sir, what do you mean help you out? I don't think because I've experienced racism, like if I saw a white person sitting across from me, I dislike them.
Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say specifically white people. I'll say like anybody that don't look like me. I haven't had the experience though.
Well, bro, I'm not. I don't know, cause you kind of confuse me. You're confusing. I don't think.
If we're talking about race,
we're talking about the effects of racism on you, not you being racist towards somebody else.
I'm not
Which
saying
again,
that
black people don't really have a power structure in America to be racist anyway. So we're gonna did that right there.
You saying black people can't be racist?
You can't.
Yes, you can.
You can be prejudiced. You cannot be racist.
You can be both.
No, you cannot. Somebody look up the definition of racism.
We got our girl Jay in the back. On the back, our personal intelligence. You know,
I was ready to say intelligence
like,
for a minute.
On an individual,
racism has to do more like oppressing, oppressing a class of people more than just.
Than calling names.
I just don't think people who have been oppressed can oppress others.
Brandon, do you feel like racism is only things that can be said to you and not action?
No, but even still, like I'm saying, like other than name calling, other than the actual act, I'm saying like I haven't had to deal with it.
I understand what he's saying though, because like I can kind of say the same. Like, don't get me wrong, like this racism out there, I know it's out there, I know it's around, especially like in this area. But it's been times where like I'm not like been being called like the N-word or something, or like stuff like that to the extreme. I can understand why you say it like that, but it's also like you go somewhere and there's white people there. As soon as you sit down, they just get up and walk away. That's
racist.
I think it also has
I
to do
haven't
with like
seen that shit.
even healthwhere
like,
in America.
Stuff like that. Yeah,
But
why
like,
it is the way it is because
I feel like you go through racism in your everyday life though. Just because you don't notice it, you're blind because you think that
it's normal.
It's just not slavery, right? It's just normal. But it's really not.
Whether it's at least in
my
my case,
like, be around you, you're still stereotyped regardless of how you see it.
I feel
even
like,
still, I'm not like no one's came at me sideways about this shit.
But even towards like,
so you feel like it should be a act like you have to see for you to say that racism still exists.
I feel like you would actually have to deal with that shit.
No, it's not. Like even job opportunities and people not wanting to give their kids ethnic names so that they can get a job or assimilate in a white culture. Even healthcare, racist, especially for black mothers.
So you got any personal experiences with that?
Of course I do. I had a daughter.
Break it down for us.
Bro, black women are, I don't know the right percentages, but I know we're more likely to die from preventable causes than non-black or white people or white women. Shit, the father of gynecology was a racist ass white man that conducted experiments on black women. Some of their textbooks actually do say that we can sit there and take on our pain threshold is higher than that of non-black people or white people. Bitch, we all feel pain the same. And like I said, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong because I don't like really know, but like even with healthcare, like I think the way it was started, it was supposed to be free for everybody, but they didn't want blacks to get it, so they created a 20% gap or something like that to where we couldn't afford it, and it would sit there and it would sit there and I guess help to eradicate the black race.
Closest thing I can meet you with as far as like the black as far as like being black and house system is concerned is when they gave us fucking syphilis down south and they did that shit down south.
Oh, see, I didn't even know all that.
See, I learned that shit in school.
But even with like
along with Henrietta Less,
Jim Crow laws, redlining, I know like it's hard for people to sit there.
They put drugs and rats and stuff. They plant into our neighborhood. And then they come in and they plant flowers and build it up just so they can put pills. build a community up. So
Gentrification. Alright.
That's kind of what they're doing now with like those neighborhoods. They're like tearing everything down,
for sure.
What the
saying
fuck they doing
like
in Burke Heights?
Exactly that.
I might need to turn back around
Gentrification?
here again.
Yes.
Oh, let me
Park
get started
Heights
on that.
Mostly Jewish people now.
It was always like that though.
But
It didn't make a damn difference to me.
It's
But you see
crazier
why
now,
though, right?
Yeah.
They
Right.
still have
At
Sundown
first it
towns
was-
in America.
Yeah, at first it was
I'll give you that.
Jewish town was up top on the other side of
Yeah.
the plaza, but
And
now it's further down where our people was.
I'll give you that.
And where they were comfortable.
And Johns Hopkins, they done bought up down the hill like a motherfucker.
I think it's irresponsible and dangerous to sit there and try to act as if racism doesn't exist.
No,
Especially on the scale that it does, maybe. There's a lot of white people that like to dance around it.
There's a
Like,
lot of people.
There's
See,
a lot of
see, I
people
heard
in
white
general.
guilt.
Oh yeah, because I was talking to a coon yesterday, and it
Say it.
You already started, you know, to talk your shit, no?
no, like he was just tap dancing real hard for all them white women in that office.
we had a discussion similar to, well, basically we had this discussion in our workspace, where we chatted with another individual who believed that like racism wasn't really a major thing and it wasn't really a plausible thing in today's society.
And
I know
more
this
blacks
individual.
are racist.
I know this individual.
No, we're not gonna say
You
no.
may or may not.
But
We'll talk about that
he
later.
believes that more blacks are racist than white people.
Nah, I'm not gonna say anybody's more racist than any fucking body. It's just to be racist than racist.
Here's my thing.
It's just a matter of trying to equate the actions like that of like history compared to
think we can
today's
affect
society, and you can't compare two tragedies.
I don't like you because the way you treat me. I wasn't taught in my home to hate you because the color of your skin.
No, I had a white woman
Agreed.
ask me yesterday, what'd she say? Why can't she be proud of being white or something like that? Or why can we be proud of being black, but when she's proud of herself being white, it's looked down upon? And I don't feel like it's frowned down upon. I feel like anytime you hear of anybody talk about some damn white pride or MAGA, anything like that, it's always something racist tied to it.
Even the All
The
Lives
Confederate flag.
It was
or
created
white
after the Black
American.
Lives Matter because it was like white people wanted to feel included. Well, all lives matter, but like when it comes against,
but y'all not getting killed down. Y'all not getting gunned down. They not killing y'all because they said he got a black hoodie on, and I'm walking down the street with a black hoodie on. Like that's just not what's happening. The Black Lives Movement was created because we do matter, and y'all killing us. We're not killing you.
and the killings are never justified.
Exactly.
And they would try to justify it or try to make it seem like it wasn't that bad, or if it was the fault of the person who is now deceased or has passed away.
You wanna know, like,
I feel like they push that all lives matter propaganda just to sit there and try to deflect from what the fuck is going on. Everybody and their mama know that Black Lives Matter movement was to shed light on police brutality. It was never to just say just Black Lives Matter. No, we're saying that Black lives also matter and that y'all can't discard us like we mean nothing.
I'm not gonna
Kill
disagree
us in
with
the
you.
street like we fucking the fuck that they treat animals better than they treat us sometimes.
You're not wrong, but I'm not gonna disagree with you on that shit. But as far as Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter is concerned, I agree with the movement. I just don't agree with the organization.
Agreed. I feel like the things I've heard about the organization, because I don't know what they did with that house. I know they bought a house.
That bitch bought that fucking house for herself.
Right. So it's
That's
like
all that
where
fucking
all
money
the
she
money that
made.
was donated, like where did it actually go? And if it actually went towards the house, that's terrible because you used something that was supposed to be the basis of helping and protecting others for your own personal gain. And if that's the case, it makes a mockery of us because it's like if we can't even take something like that serious, then moving forward, it's like what can we do?
I mean, that's what the fuck they show up as a damn money. I'd rather have the organization without the fucking
I'm not
money.
really informed on that part of it. I just know like when the movement first kind of started, what it was for, and then I think people just sat there.
What it was for isn't what it's being used for now.
Right. The movement is
I'm not
a
exactly
powerful
sure. I would have to
movement.
do research on it first.
I mean, shit, we got space and opportunity now.
Oh, y'all want me to do research now?
You already got the phone on you. You got the tool in your hand.
No, cause I'm sorry.
You good.
I
But
do
yeah,
have
like,
it at my
hey,
disposal.
look, you ain't know, now you know. That bitch been on some bullshit with that fucking money for a while.
I don't know if it's been confirmed that that's what
but
it
that's
is.
the thing. Like money define
Honestly, I bet
money
you
is a
type
big
in
thing in
DM,
America.
like,
It can't define like
I forgot the damn name.
what stuff is really for it, like at all. Like just to say it's about money. You wanna know why it's about money? Because black people have money. I'm not used to money. Like our people aren't used to money. Especially middle class, that's who's getting killed.
I don't think so. Like
people
don't have money. I feel like it's not, and I'm not even gonna say it's not even
people that's not used to money.
Well, like
yeah, like people that live in poverty, low class, that middle class people that struggle on a day-to-day basis don't know what's going to deal tomorrow.
And even like piggybacking off of that a little bit, because we had Black Wall Street, we had like successful black neighborhoods or whatever, and then they bombed them or they massacred the people there. And by them, I mean white people. Yeah. And they covered it up like they're trying to do now with slavery.
I did hear that any lake that's in the country right now was built over some old black towns.
The Tulsa massacre. I don't really know the names, but what you want me to do research?
Yes.
So
I'm sorry.
you good? I got a question for you, Cash. How was your life being like mixed? Like, do you feel your experiences are way different than everybody else's, or do you think it's kind of along the lines of the same?
As far as what experiencing,
like racism.
I mean, I personally have not experienced it, so I don't know what that would feel like. I don't know what that feels like because I didn't experience it, and unfortunately, I've had the privileges growing up in neighborhoods that were fairly like where people treated each other fairly well, and it wasn't based off the color of your skin. But I was still aware of the issues underlining like people, the color of their skin, the unfairness and stuff. So it wasn't like something I didn't know about or something that I didn't know exists, but I was fortunate to have people in community that like it wasn't an issue surrounding me. When I do feel as though my experiences can be different from y'all's because for others I come off as white passing based depending on the person, depending on their experiences of seeing a mixed individual or a white or black individual. So it's like I can't really okay, sorry. But regardless of like whether I'm white passing or not, it still doesn't change how I feel on the topic. I feel as though racism is still wrong. I feel like to hate somebody so strongly based on the color of a person's skin is just so in this day, especially at any point in history, but like especially in today's world where it's like
the folks right then and there, like you just swipe shit with that shit.
Sorry,
no,
but it's just like
gotta get this shit out real quick.
Yeah, no, I speak with my hands a lot. I'm sorry, y'all.
But
it's just the act of it is just like how can you sit up here and hate and like hold so much hate in your heart for a person? Like you don't know these people. These people have never bothered you a day in your life. If anything, like Ajay said, it shouldn't be based off what you look like. It should be based off the type of person you are.
But not everybody got that mindset though.
And it's taught. The racism and hate is taught. So it's like when you grow up and you're like, oh, I don't like such and such and such and such. Your kids are going to be like, well, I don't like them because I heard blah, 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 blah. And the same thing that goes with racism. It's like when you hear people that you are looking up to that is helping you grow in life, you take on those habits and those opinions. You don't really form an opinion for yourself unless you're able to experience a different type of environment outside of your home that helps give you a better perspective on life. Because there are people who grow up with family members who are racist, but luckily because they've experienced communities filled with love and peace and filled with like, oh, it's not about what the person is, it's about who the person is and such, then you're able to learn from it. I'm sorry, did that answer your question? Okay.
So with that being said, do you hold like any type of resentment towards your white side, quote unquote white side, or feel any type of way about them?
I mean, I hold resentment towards like the history of like racism and slavery and all that because like for me, I just feel like that's just such a sick and twisted movement. Like for learning about it, it breaks my heart every time because it's like when you hear about the extremities that people of color went through, how they were massacred, how they could basically were not allowed to be great, how they were murdered. It's terrible. It's a terrible history. I don't hold any resentment towards like my like white side of my family because well, one, my family is fairly condensed. I only know but so many people in my family, and the family members that I grew up with, they led with love, literally. So it's like, oh, we have a comment by Rodman.
Rodney Pierce?
Yeah.
Hey! Rodney Pierce! We seen you in a minute.
He said, oh, sorry. She is aware of her situation, but she's not hypersensitive to her experiences. Oh, he's right.
What that mean? I mean, I get it, but help me out a little bit.
I don't know. I'm also curious, Rodney. Like, if you wouldn't mind diving into that comment, I would love to.
Yeah, break it down for us a little bit.
He's talking about you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But when he comes back, I forgot what I was saying though.
You don't hold any resentment.
I don't hold any resentment because like that side of the family, I literally watched them lead with love. Like my grandmother, my uncle, basically that's, and my dad. Like they were very loving people, very peaceful people, and it was like they're so strong, which like ignited my passion in building strong communities and relationships because it was like they love connecting with others. They love building those bonds. Is important to them, no matter who or what they look like.
But you wanna know what I think when it comes to like interracial couples, like whether black and Spanish, black and white, black and Indian, or Indian Chinese, but whichever comes first. Like I feel like when it comes really down to it, it's like at the end of the day, like black and white for example. At the end of the day, like you got rid of that you like whether you. I know what I'm trying to say. Basically, as a white man or a white woman, keep in mind like if your partner is outside of your race, you're gonna be raising a black man or a black girl at that point. You feel me? So with that being said, like how I guess as a white person, how do you try to raise a black person?
You can't raise
them, but like
person.
how do you like feed them their own information on the history?
You become understanding and open to hearing or like just open to it. Like you can't take it personal. Yeah. It's like if say like you said like a white person marries a black person or an Indian person and like they have a child and like their child experiences something that they've never experienced in their life, they can't say that's not that bad. But they've never experienced it.
I also think it depends on which race the mother is, though, because most black mothers, even if you were to have children with a man that wasn't of your race, is going to raise their kids in the black experience because we know it. Mm-hmm. If you put a white woman in the same position, she's going to raise her children in a white experience because that's what she knows. Mm.
Now, what if she was raised around black people? The mother.
But she still can't even relate. She can't relate to the problems that a black child would have.
You're not wrong.
The black child going to deal with the racism, the prejudice, the like regardless. Like especially if they have a drop of black in them, they're considered black to America. It doesn't matter if your mom come to school now and she's white.
You could be raised around all women, but you wouldn't know how we experience our womanhood.
You damn right, because I don't know shit. That's a fact.
Yeah, she can immerse herself in the culture and try to learn as much as she can, so that she can properly sit there and help her child through their experience, but she'll never live it. And that's the problem with a lot of Caucasian people too. When it comes to racism, they don't understand it because they'll never get they'll never experience it. So they don't know it. It's not a part of their day to day. It's not a part of their narrative. They are allowed to live in a certain bubble.
But the piggyback off what you're saying, like even if they try to raise them that way, you can't fully understand what I go through on a day-to-day basis.
Because you don't look like me.
Exactly. Like you're not stereotyped. When you walk down the street, they're not side-eyeing you. You know what I'm saying?
Or demonizing you because of the color of your skin.
Because the color of my skin. Mm-hmm. At all. So.
Real quick. Rodman 1726 said she has experienced racism, but she had a good support system that didn't allow her to favor one race or another. Okay, which is true. I mean, I've not experienced racism personally, but I have seen it, and I have acted against it.
Do y'all personally believe, like, an attack to one of us is an attack to all of us.
I agree, especially if it's somebody I care about.
So even if it's something that I myself didn't like personally go through, if I see it, I feel a connection to it because I understand it.
But at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you're going out your way to intentionally hurt somebody, like
for one, I don't agree with hurting anybody, but if you hurt my people, I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna feel like you did it to me.
right.
And it's the same for sign off anything. If my people protest, I feel like I should have to go protest and fight for that as well.
Agree. And I feel like
Make sure you keep them chairs.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
I'm gonna hit the shit out of
No,
motherfuckers.
I'm gonna take a hat with me too. I mean, I'm not gonna get. I don't think because people talk something he got trashed. No, he didn't. He was handling the motherfuckers a little bit, and then he threw that motherfucking hat.
But honestly,
you said
I'm glad y'all brought that shit up though, because
No.
like, the crazy thing is like that situation wasn't even meant to be racist, but y'all, well not y'all, but people turned
No,
that shit
yes, it
racist.
was.
it was racist.
Yes, it
Huh?
was.
It
Yes,
was?
it
It
was.
was racist.
Yes, it
That
was.
was
I'm not saying
That
that
was
it wasn't
their
racist. I'm
intention.
saying that the black dude, well, from what I've heard, because I didn't even watch the damn video.
No.
Hold on, let him finish.
Right.
Why you not gonna watch the video?
Because honestly, bro, I got tired of seeing that shit. Because
So you have seen it a little bit.
I seen 2 seconds of it.
I've
I seen
watched
2
videos
seconds of
from
it.
different
And I
angles.
asked my,
Like, that was
I
actually-
asked my
I was in the
homeboy yesterday,
cinema.
what did I miss? He told me that the black dude, that the black security guard told the motherfuckers that they had to move the boat. It wasn't trying to move the boat. So after they decided to get physical with that shit, that's when it turned into a race thing. That's why I said it wasn't supposed
It
to
was
be
always a
No.
race thing, and let me tell you why. It's because not only did the white people throw the first punch, but they started jumping the man.
I'm not saying that that shit
Literally,
didn't happen.
it was like 1-on-1, then 2-on-1, then 3-on-1, and then I think the woman jumped in too, and it was just like for y'all to go so hard because y'all not doing what y'all need to do with y'all boat. It's
And
definitely a race thing.
that's why I'm saying it wasn't supposed to be a race thing, because all you had to do was
No.
move the fucking boat.
But it's even like, but with stuff like that though, you can't ignore the race. It's literally what, like,
You're not
10
wrong
white
about that. I'm
people
just saying,
fighting
like,
nothing but black people.
It's like if I just so happen to be telling an Asian dude, like, look, I gotta get by you real quick, and you start calling me all types of niggas and shit. It wasn't meant to be a fucking race thing, but you turned it into a fucking
No,
race
it
thing.
was.
It was always a race
Those
thing based on
voters
the
that were
intentions.
down there, right? I'm not exactly sure. I don't know.
So
I'm
how
not
it
gonna say
started was
because-
the security guard asked him to move the boat, but it became a race thing because instead of looking at a person of security and being, oh, okay, we're not supposed to be where we're supposed to be at, let me move, they're like, I'm not going to listen to you, and instead I'm going to sit up here and ridicule and disrespect you. I don't need to move. I'm not going to move. That's when it becomes a race thing. And
Well, weren't
Exactly.
they down there antagonizing the people with that racist ass song? That small town country song or something like that. The way they started off, they
Sweet Home
were being
Alabama.
racist.
Sweet Home Alabama is a racist song?
Really?
Yeah, but
Really?
it's that small town song or whatever.
Yeah.
They were like blaring it and stuff like that,
I
trying to
thought
antagonize voters
Sweet
or
Home
something like
Alabama
that.
is a really a racist song.
Yes, it
Ain't
is.
no way.
The
Really?
man that
I
sang
need
is
to-
racist.
Wait, but it's a
Yeah,
song.
okay.
Damn, I can't listen
Baby,
to the
Dr. Seuss books
song.
are racist.
And
Huh?
yes, Dr.
Yes,
Seuss
sir.
is racist.
The
He's
fuck you
ableist,
mean?
and he's
For
a
sure.
Oh, the
Why
fucking
you coming
ice
for-
cream,
why you
the
coming
ice
for Dr.
cream
Seuss?
truck song,
It's not. I'm not
Oh,
coming for
I
the
heard
it.
that.
national anthem. Y'all know we got a black national anthem, right?
You talking about Orlando Brown?
No.
I forgot that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking crackhead ass motherfucker.
No, don't do Orlando like that.
He don't goddamn more that man a fucking crackhead.
Oh,
Don't
hold
do
on,
it like
real
that.
quick, y'all. Ryman says racism isn't just about color, but social and economic factors. We don't even like our own people. That's why it's so easy for us to commit genocide.
Don't agree with
I
that.
don't
Yeah,
know. I have mixed feelings with it. Like I can't agree,
say
but I do
that,
agree.
But this is
I
one thing
kinda
that I don't
agree.
like, right? Because if you look at, all right, I'm probably not going to get the percentages right, so I'm just going to throw some figures out there, right? But let's say like white people killing white people is 82% or 81. Asians killing Asians is 82. Blacks killing blacks, maybe 82, right? And why do you think that is? Because people are more likely to kill the people that there are around. So everybody that keep trying to sit there and be like, how you expect them to treat us a certain type of way if blacks is killing blacks, that don't make no sense because we don't treat them any type of way and whites kill whites all the time.
Though I do agree that the violence in our own communities is major, I also believe that it also started by hate being instilled
But-
within us.
I feel like there are two separate issues that people keep trying to lump together and you can't do that.
Agreed. Like you can't. It's like you can't compare two travesties. We need to understand and accept that both of these are very major concerning issues that we
Right.
need to figure out and resolve.
The crimes against black people due to racist and then the crimes that happen in impoverished areas are two different things. Like handle them separately. Don't sit there and be like, oh, okay, we don't like our own people because we're killing our people. Baby, that's what all races do. Wherever you live at, whoever you're around, whatever is in your environment, that's what you're subject to. Killings happen.
I'm not gonna disagree with you on that, but at the same time, like I really feel like it stems to greed.
Hmm?
Motherfuckers be greedy.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to take away from the reasons why people kill. I'm saying that those two things are two different issues. Crime in black areas and race crimes or but racism in a whole are two separate issues. Like police brutality. Like I know a lot of people are sitting there trying to say, well, we don't even like ourselves, so that's why XYZ be happening with the police and stuff like that. Y'all can't do that.
I feel like when it comes to the police
I
brutality,
feel
that's
like
about
y'all
abuse of
cannot
power at that point.
That's something we have to
Not
hold
even
both
that.
parties accountable.
If Tyrone kills Tyrone, then Tyrone kills Fats.
Did you see they clone Tyrone?
No, I want to.
Watch that shit later.
But
Get back to
Fats
that.
goes to jail, right? Now, if Officer Nick kills
Officer
Tyrone,
Nick.
Officer Nick gets paid vacation.
Exactly. No jail time.
Abuse of
Just
power.
laid off.
Of course. Do you see the way they be beating them the fuck up?
You're not wrong.
Or
They
transferred
just
to another
arrested a boy,
facility.
a 13-year-old the other day for taking out the trash
Oh, well, I think I
because
said
of
that
a
earlier.
case of mistaken identity.
Not even
But
that.
if
When
you
they
hear-
killed that little boy in the project when he had a weed removed, that was insane.
What the fuck
But-
was this?
A few years ago.
Another
You know how to
thing,
film
They
movies,
just
right?
arrested a dude in like Applebee's because they
Oh,
it was the
I just
guy.
posted that. He was holding the baby, and it was the
Yeah.
guy that was in that bathroom that actually did it.
baby. And that's like a lot of people sit there and say like, white people get killed more often by the cops, right, than black people. And like I was trying to explain yesterday, they make up 62% of the population, right? We make up 13. So let's say that black people were getting arrested and killed. 11% of the black people were getting arrested and killed, right? And let's say 14% of the white people were getting arrested and killed. Well, 14 out of 62 is not that bad, but 11 out of 13.
That's bad.
They
But
keep
not even
trying
that,
to.
though. Like when you say black on black crime. Look what's in the neighborhoods. You got drugs and guns is playing into the neighborhoods, and you got the cops sitting on the corner that ain't doing nothing about it.
But even
You're not moving in here.
extortion.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on real quick. Ramen said, no, they're not. They are a part of one issue control. I think that factors back to the conversation where we were talking about the
being
killings,
separate issues.
people on black versus like police brutality.
He said what?
He said, no, they are not. No, they're not. They are part of one issue control.
No,
So I think he,
No,
I could be
no.
wrong. I think he's trying to say that they're both an issue.
An issue.
It's not
But
something
it's
to
not-
separate.
But it's not.
No,
one
but what I'm
issue.
saying
It's
is,
two different
yeah,
issues.
I'm not saying that. I'm not sitting there saying that they aren't issues. What I'm saying is that they're two separate issues.
He said that
They
got
have
two
to be-
separate issues.
they-
They still
there's
want the
no
one
way-
thing
I think
controlled.
he's trying to say like they're two separate issues, yeah, but they're not like two completely separate issues. Like they're just different categories of people that the issue.
I thought you meant to say
but
two
it still
different
ties
groups.
into-
But I agree with her when she say they should be dealt with
Separately. That's like the gay experience and then the black experience. Some people sit there and because the LGBTQ.
Alpha.
I'm so sorry because I do not want to offend nobody. But you know how they get discriminated and stuff against, and yeah, it can look similar, but they're two completely different issues. They have to be dealt with differently.
I think my problem with the whole like argument against police brutality and whether or not it's credible is that they use black on black crimes to try to make it seem like it's not that
Yeah,
big of a deal, or if it's
exactly. But
not
here's my
justified.
thing.
When
Or
it's
that's
like,
why.
no, you can't justify that because really, that if you really think about it, it didn't come out of nowhere. It was internalized. We were taught to like hate each other. On top of that, now we got like people who, white policemen or women, actually going about their way to like kill these people, innocent people on top of that, who aren't even in charge of whatever crime that they're trying to accuse them of or impersonating them. And it's like they're not being held accountable. They're just being, no, don't do that again, though. No, like, no, hold them accountable. Like, they killed them.
But not only that, I don't think that black people don't like black people. I think that's propaganda as well.
Yeah, it
I
all
don't
goes
think
to.
So if I tell you I don't like a motherfucker next door, you're not gonna believe me?
You might not. It's okay for you not to like certain individuals, but I'm saying, speaking for
because
us
they're
as a
black.
Just
whole,
say I don't
yeah,
like black people is crazy.
you don't like the person, not because
Right.
they're black. It's not black
I
people
feel
out
like
here.
with the black on black crime thing, though, I feel like that's how our people were brought up. Like that, they're adapted to their habitat, but you move them out somewhere and they're in the quiet neighborhood, they're going to be quiet.
I feel like crimes that happen because, like, okay, we both, let's say and this is a poor example, but let's say we're both drug dealers, right? And then you on my set or something like that, and then I sit there and kill you. I'm not killing you because you're black. I'm killing you over territory.
Exactly.
The cops are targeting black people and killing them because of the color of their skin.
Now,
Those are
here's
two
my thing,
separate
right?
issues.
But
even with police brutality, you're not really seeing them kill white folk. Like, you're not seeing that. It's more so black folk being,
I feel like
again, stereotyped by the cops.
so when you said, like, say what you said again about like the black people.
Yeah,
Black
it's
people
not.
killing black people because
it's-
they want territory. and
Right,
stuff
it's
like that.
about resources, scarcity mindset, territory, whatever reasons you have. It's not because, oh, you know what, fuck you, I don't like you because you black,
Yeah,
so I'm about to pop you.
And then you said the cops and police kill because
Yeah.
they want to.
They demonize you off the color of your right.
For sure.
So that's what Rodney was trying to say. Like basically control. It's control, but it's two separate issues. But it's also the main issue is control, just over different categories.
We already know that it's
Oh,
based
okay.
off of power.
Yeah.
We get that. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
They can
But
be
they
similar.
should be treated
Right.
differently.
You shouldn't sit there and because when you sit there and use the black on black crime thing, like she said, they try to use that to justify their means.
Right.
You can't do that. No, bitch, you're just racist.
So Ramen also
Oh,
said,
can I cuss? I'm sorry.
I've
You
been
can
cussing
do
the whole
whatever
time.
you want.
I've been cussing the whole time. You good.
Expletive.
You didn't cuss already.
Bleep.
It's
Oh,
like
I did?
It's like your fourth time.
I'm sorry.
Rodman, I'm so sorry, said, what is
Don't cuss me
policing
out,
and its
Rodney.
history is control. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, he was saying like
Uh.
what is the police's history? It's all control. That's basically.
You know,
From what I understand, isn't the start of like the police? They were
Catching
originally slave catchers, so like it always began.
like even the star that's on the uniform.
Exactly.
The history is literally like racism. It's
That's America.
honestly it is, because even if you think about it, like when the war of 1776 whatever, where they fought against for the independency against Europe, it wasn't for black people, it's for white people.
I just don't like
Black people
how-
were still
I just don't
experiencing
like how
slavery
This country
and all
has
that
been
good.
set up for the benefit of the white man
Exactly. The government wasn't
and
built for our
the
people.
white woman too.
The government wasn't built for our people.
It wasn't.
Really
The
wasn't.
amendment,
We
the history,
of
the
it.
rules, the laws, it's
None
not
of
for
it.
us.
Yeah, none of it.
So
We've been fighting this fight
I just feel like
as long as we've been here, and we'll continue for as long as we need to.
even y'all president is racist.
who's
You got
y'all?
I didn't vote.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
y'all,
vote for
man.
I didn't vote at all.
I couldn't
Even
vote.
y'all president racist, man.
Big sleep.
But who isn't
But
racist?
hey.
Shit. Motherfucking doing big ass lines of coke inside the Oval Office and shit. Just
Wow.
Sorry.
Insane.
yes, they found coke inside that motherfucker a couple days ago.
Yikes.
Look, honestly, no, they said his fucking son was doing the coke, but both of them probably don't have the whole fucking father-son coke line going.
I'm just
There
saying.
y'all gonna blame it on the side.
That nigga son is
He was already doing the coke. He know that shit too.
cold. That nigga don't crack.
So like
See?
It's an issue.
with the
Crack
with the
is
black
super
like
powers.
with the Black Lives Movement thing, I feel like people feel as though like because when we say Black Lives Matter and somebody come behind you and say, when I say somebody, I mean the people of the palm of my hand, say, well, all lives matter, but we're not saying, we're not justifying that.
All lives don't matter right now. All
Right,
lives matter
my
right
life
now.
matter. Y'all feel like I'm a threat to you guys. So
But I think they
why
just
do y'all
trying
feel
to
like
take
y'all can
away-
pull guns and kill me and hunt me down and just do all these crazy things to me because you feel threatened because
I feel like people who like make that argument are very blind to what the actual problem
your coworker
is.
make that argument.
Don't say that. Because that'll make me really not like her.
It's a white woman.
Yeah.
Talk about the bitch that's next to you.
White woman. No.
That's her.
Not that one.
I mean, she's not
She's not
You talking about her?
either, but
No,
it's just like it's like all of them.
Fuck am I missing?
And I'm just saying, like, come on now, like, where you work at,
it's when
there, like it's there.
when you
feel
don't
like
acknowledge the
can't see
problem
it.
behind it. If you're not acknowledging the issue, or if you're taking every time we say like racism is a thing or blah 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 blah, if you take it personal, you're a part of the problem. Because if you weren't actively racist, or if you weren't doing things that would be considered like inappropriate due to the color of your skin.
You wanna know what kills me? When they say, "Well, I'm ghetto. I'm from the ghetto," or my kids are black. That doesn't make you. That doesn't mean you're not racist.
If anything, you should be even much more of an advocate and stand beside
the
them.
fact that you're trying to clarify that.
We can't tell you.
Can you cut that out?
Trying to make the block hot.
I don't even think he heard you. You good? No.
Nah, I heard it. I ain't gonna repeat it. But
You
I don't
get us all called.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nigga, we can't speak with them.
I mean, we ain't say no names, so.
Yeah, we ain't say no names.
But like, I really just feel like just by you just saying, well, my boyfriend is black, or my kids are biracial. That doesn't mean
That's like people who say the N word is just a word.
it's not.
No, it was a word y'all used.
what?
The N word.
That's the most disgusting
But
word.
it's like the N word. From my understanding, I could be wrong. Nobody has corrected me since, so I'm gonna continue to go with my understanding of it. It started as a word to basically put people of color down, like the hard R.
Yeah,
like
first.
it wasn't a word that was meant to uplift.
Pickaninny.
And then what happened further in history is y'all took this word and y'all made it y'all own, just like how women took bitch, something that's supposed to put a woman down. Now we call each other bad bitches. We made our own. Y'all hate that.
Yeah, because when you see your bro, your man, you're like, "What's up, nigga? That's my nigga."
But
That means that's my bro, though. Like that's what you
Mhm.
say on the street. That's my guy. Like you can't make me
I'll
feel
call,
bad.
I'll call anybody nigga.
Exactly,
Like,
but y'all
racial.
use it as y'all talk. I'm like, nigga,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Nigga, are you dumb? But
I got a bad habit
the
of
way
doing
they
that shit.
saying it is like,
The intentions, and I feel as though
yeah,
So my whole thing is not that hard to not say something.
Hold on,
but
nigga.
for
You
them
doing
to
it?
just-
yeah. Because if I call you
Yeah, what the fuck?
because if I call you a cracker, what do you want to call me?
Man, I call hot white girl on a
But
regular
I feel
basis.
like
You can say that word. You got a good percentage of me.
That's it. 50-50, nigga.
you know how many of y'all tell me that, and it's like I'm not looking for the validation. It's just for me personally.
Ain't no validation.
No, like,
It's
I'm not
yeah,
even
it's
calling-
It's just like
I'm not even calling my dude that.
Hold on,
That's
real
not
quick.
my
We
man.
got
That's
two.
my man,
Oh,
because
hold
I
on.
don't respect you.
Okay,
Tell them that.
as you should. So real quick, we got one comment from Rodman. Money is the root of all evil. We
Of course, I
kill,
agree with
lie,
that.
cheat, steal, murder, rape, and start wars over money and control. I agree
That's
100,000%.
America. Agree.
We are built on greed. We were built on stolen land
But
because
you
we
know,
were
that's
greedy
But
for
you
the
think about
profit.
it, if you go to
That's
other
everywhere.
countries,
It's the same thing.
you go to other countries, it's not the same thing. They
That's
don't
because you
use
niggas on
money.
point. They on fucking
They
point.
don't use money
That's
to
right.
weaponize
No, I think-
and go
I
against
feel
their
like
people. No, they don't.
this.
L money is way more
Yeah.
valuable in other countries.
I just feel like other
Mhm.
countries, like the people itself, have different morals than we have in America.
For sure.
That's what I said.
I
They
feel
on
like-
point. They not. They not.
But the
well, I'm not
people
gonna
in
say
charge
they
is different though. Like
Yeah.
most,
I feel
most
like-
of the people.
We
in
also
charge, even
gotta-
the president's like they're just war criminals.
I feel like we
Dictators.
only feel that way
But not
because
like
we haven't
dictators.
grown up
It's
over
just
there.
like in general.
So we haven't grown up over there. We don't really know what's like really going over there. All we know is what we kind of see on like social media.
And they think we got a fucking easy.
And that's what I went by when I said
Yeah.
some people aren't used to having money, which is predominantly black neighborhoods. They're not used to having money. So that's when it goes to territory killing. They trying to survive. They
Everybody in the
a lot of
hood
black
is
people are brought up on
survival
making
mode,
a survival mode, trying to make a living for themselves.
which it shouldn't even really be like that, but because of
Exactly.
We got another comment by Mr. Canzano. I believe when someone makes. Hold on, my phone cracked up, y'all. Give me a second.
I believe when someone makes an appeal to having, I believe when someone makes an appeal to having black children, is to state that if they were racist, that connection would never exist. Not to say individuals with biracial children can't be racist.
True.
No, I don't think so. I feel like you can very much like be in a relationship with a black person and still have anti-blackness within you.
But if that's the case, then why fuck with them in the first place?
Because you idolize them.
'Cause
It's like the
yeah.
whole idea of colonizing.
of-
It's like you like the idea of it. You just don't like the
Let's
person
be
it comes
real.
from.
Let's be real,
Black people,
Brennan.
but
If
you
you
still
if you
think
had
that
a
they're
if you had a
beneath you.
son, right, and your son bring a white woman home, you're not gonna really nag him
yeah,
or
I'm not gonna
hassle
care.
him.
That's like-
But if she take your son home to her father, he can't sit at that table without being.
Why you
Listen,
read that
right?
black motherfucking
So
line?
that's like I know white women. That's what she likes black men. She with a lot of black men or whatever like that. So she considers Afro hair bad hair. She told this one guy that if he had a baby with a girl he was trying to like date or whatever, and the girl was dark skinned, that the baby would be purple. It's all because
You mean the fucking song? You
all
said that baby
because
gonna
you're
be so fucking
fucking a
black
black
that he gonna be purple.
person doesn't mean that you're not racist. That's
Yeah.
just not-
And even if you have a
that's
baby
just
by
how it
one,
is.
because it's like some people are enablers. Like they're fine with like a white person acting a certain type of way or trying to be like black or have
They still
those
think they're
privileges.
superior, bro.
Yeah.
They think they have the superior genes. They think they are better than the rest of us.
Please tell me we good on battery like that.
Nah, it's charging. It's still dying up.
Oh shit. I'm not surprised. That's the iPhone for you.
Use an iPhone for you.
I said what the fuck I said, dog. My battery
I feel
good.
like anytime
Shit, my
you have
battery
to
good
use-
right now.
Well, technically, my phone been on 36 yesterday.
I got 46%.
I'm sorry.
Anytime
Who
you have
is
to
this
use-
man? Uncle Ruckus is my idol. Ruckus can 1v1 Michael Jackson any way of the week.
Any day of the week.
He
I'm not
said
listening
he
to-
can what? Wait,
Matter of fact, he might got a point though.
He said Uncle Ruckus could do a 1v1 with Michael Jackson.
Wait, Uncle Ruckus is
Yeah,
the
he
nigga
told
with
us,
the crazy
Uncle.
eyes.
Yeah. Please tell me. I know you watch Boondocks. You just subscribed to
I
my
said the nigga with the crazy eyes. That's not that ponytail.
Anyway, I feel like
No, this can't be.
Bootlicker.
Nigga funny as shit though.
What else was on this little topic list of yours?
well,
How y'all need niggas? Let me stop playing.
ooh,
What happened?
Wait. I already said psych. I said psych before y'all came to my fucking neck.
They'll say psych one more time.
No, you
So we
said-
know it's
Hey,
right.
you only get one of those out of me. You ain't get
Yeah.
two.
All right, so the next
Wow.
topic of discussion, I feel like that was a really great topic, and once again, shout out to Rodman and Mr. Consano for stepping
Yes,
into
sir.
this studio, for providing y'all feedback. We do appreciate the commentary, and it was an interesting perspective. All right, so
You sound like we going out with somebody.
we're not going out. We got one more topic.
I was ready to
Save
say.
y'all seats. Y'all not going nowhere. Anyway, the next topic of discussion: is there a stigma against independent women?
I don't think there is.
Now, I ask that because I see, and I also experience a lot of
Hold on. Do you mean like a negative one or like?
a negative one.
Okay.
Like whenever I hear like people talk about, especially from my experience, men, where
Of
it's
course.
like
Niggas.
men or little boys
Men
because
chill. Right, men chill.
men children, y'all paint women who consider themselves independent in such a negative aspect or light, as if it's a problem that we are so set in ourselves and our ways that we're not open to certain ideals or certain types of versions of submission. And when I say that, it's like a lot of conversations that I've had. Okay, for example, like a previous relationship I had, they was like, "You don't listen. That's your problem." What am I listening to if it don't make sense? Or if the person who's wanting me to listen is a hypocrite? How can I listen to understand or respect that?
Not even that.
But that's-
God
if you
made
don't-
you the person I'm supposed to listen to.
Not even
Right.
I don't think any woman has a problem submitting to a man that, like you said, can prove to them that they can lead. If you haven't proven yourself, then where are you going to lead me to hell?
Honestly, I was ready to say it depends what the man or whatever bullshit the man.
A lot of men lack discipline.
A lot
Jill
of men,
Scott said something in a radio interview one time. She literally said, she was like, "If you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do.
Right.
But if you can't tell me what to do, you cannot tell me what to do." And I felt that because it's like,
I feel like men say Yeah, I'm the man who's provided protect.
But you do
But
nothing.
you do nothing.
You make me feel crazy. You drive me crazy. I'm still here fending and defending myself.
Men want a traditional relationship, but they want to give all their roles to women. You don't really want a traditional relationship. I believe if that's how y'all set up your relationship, that's fine.
Yes.
I don't believe in gender.
Like
I don't believe
like,
it.
I'm just not taking trash out. I'm not changing the
that's
tire.
what I'm saying.
I'm not pumping
Like,
gas.
I feel like it goes both ways.
That's just not that. But when it comes as far as household, I don't believe in gender roles. You can cook, you can clean, you can fold your clothes, you can
But
do
see,
it all.
this is the thing. Like, I guess it's more so set up to where, let's say you're in a relationship with a guy, right? So the guy is supposed to be the financial.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue with your statement.
The guy is supposed to sit there and I guess, go out there, make the money or whatever like that, and then come home. So the woman is also supposed to take care of the home. But the man, that does not exclude him from doing whatever he's supposed to do, like for his kids and stuff like that.
You said
and
you
y'all hate
woman?
that. And people hate that.
When I have my own money, I have my own everything. So I'm 17 years old.
Real quick,
And you got this
as you should.
shit.
Let's just emphasize that again, because it's like we don't give props to people who work hard for their own. It's always like hate against it. But like, do your big one. Y'all do your big one. All right, back to the comment section. So we got Mr. Casano. He said yes, there is, especially in the red pill circle. I don't know what the red pill is. So if
I gotta do some research on that shit too.
Is this the needle thing, like red pill?
I'm not sure.
Something like that, but not like
red pill circle.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got our intelligence in the corner. She's gonna look up red pill so that we can further.
Give her like 2 seconds.
I'm gonna bring in a very special guest to come speak on this topic real quick.
Okay. On the red pill. And then we also got a comment from Rodman. It's only a stigma if your attitude won't allow you to reason with another person. And I hear that. I don't mind talking or speaking to it, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't be based on what pride is.
No, but here's my thing: it's all about how you come to me, because I don't come to you aggressive with that.
Are you the person with the red pill?
I like this.
We got Miss V in the
building.
building.
Management.
Come in, T. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Miss V, in the building. Hello. Real quick, y'all already got your comments?
Yes.
I see a lot of people jumping in. Rodney Pierce just said, there's only a stigma if your attitude won't allow you to reason with another person. So real quick, tell me the topic, because I just heard that I needed to come in. I didn't even get everything what was going on.
Independent women.
Is
what
there
about
a negative stigma against independent women?
Or is it a negative stigma about a woman being independent?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say, so-called yes. Actually, no. Because here's the thing: labeling a woman, oh, she's so independent, she's too independent, is showing your insecurities, your jealousies, your fucking weaknesses.
Mm.
Are you upset if it's your daughter and she know how to go get this money, go to work, blah, 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 blah? No, because you're a proud parent that my daughter is out here doing the right thing. She getting it. My daughter ain't waiting for it to land on her back for nobody to give it to you. So don't be mad when the fuck another woman do it.
Mm.
I'm grown.
Agreed.
I'm 45 and I'm well independent.
Rodman said, sit down and don't hijack the show.
Who said that? Rodney Pierce. Let me tell you, motherfucker. Let me tell you. Don't do that, Rodney Pierce. I actually was asked to come in here.
So we got a question.
So everybody probably didn't overall ask me, but the dynamic engineer duo was like, you might need to come on in here for a minute.
So we had a comments basically asking about a red pill circle. We are looking for clarification because I'm not hip.
Say that again. A red pill circle.
Mr. Casano, if you are still here with us,
what did he
please.
say? What was his whole statement?
Yes, there is, especially in the red pill circle.
I think about the stigma.
Yes.
Oh, the stigma of independent women is an issue.
Yes.
In the red pill circle.
Yes.
So what is he making the red pill clarification on? Okay, red pill.
You can live in ignorance and
yeah.
live with.
So if you are a delusional person,
what it?
All right. So the Matrix is like.
They was living in a simulation.
In the window or not. Out the window or like pick your side. Pick your poison.
Do you want to keep living in this delusion or do you want to go into the
wake
up or be realistic?
And then the blue pill was you waking up.
So
And the
maybe
red
it's talking about
pill
the red pill
is
circle.
so men are delulu.
delusional,
Yeah, that's
right?
the
So
red
what
pill.
it
I
sounds like
agree.
he's saying is men
Delulu.
are right heavy
I feel
on
like-
delusional. My thing is this: when I was raised, if
Ooh.
you don't work, you don't eat. And it's just simple as that. Whether you're in a relationship or not, because here's the thing: you can be married, been married for years, but if your husband get like 60, which most colored men do, you get 60 and you get health issues. You get terrible accidents. You go through things. And if I never know what it feel like to be an independent woman, and my husband take ill, now I'm looking for pension. I'm looking for state benefits. I'm pulling out my mind on what to do. But when you got that independent woman there, she bounced back. She said, baby, go ahead, lay down. I'm going to go ahead and get this cash. I'll see you when I get home tonight.
Miss V, cool question. You know how to change your tire?
Yes. And I'm going to change the tire.
Just because I might want to change tire doesn't mean I don't know how to change.
That doesn't make me any
No,
less
that's the
independent.
thing.
Hold on.
Ask me, well, now, y'all, everybody know I'm not single anymore. And that's Nene. Hey, Nene. I will not, and I have 2 sons who are men. And my youngest son probably will even call his brother before he had to change the tire. But do we know how to change the tire? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get it in. But do I have to? No. But when my children were younger and I need to change the tire, I changed that fucking tire. Blood, sweat, and tears. If you look on my Facebook, is a picture that I posted because I was in a previous relationship and I had to change the tire because I'm trying to get there, but I'm going to send somebody. I'm going to show you what the fuck I'm finna do. And I took pictures that say, and this is what you do when you have no other choice. That's when the independent woman kicks in. So you can be that sweet. You're supposed to be. The thing is, it shouldn't be twisted that a woman should always be in her femininity. She should always be a lady. She should always be in that But if I have to, go independent, go hard, get tired of being on other people's radio shows and just get her own fucking podcast, on her own shit, I'm able to do that, is what I'm saying.
Live definitely just went out.
That's because they couldn't handle me. They couldn't handle me.
So before that goes off, the comment Mr. Cansano clarified, in case he ever comes back to watch it in the future. For example, Andrew Tate is a red pill.
50-50.
I agree that he's a very delulu man.
50-50,
who is innately.
And I'm not even sure who he is. I thank him, first of all, for watching the show, but I want him to know if he didn't grow up with that kind of mom, he won't get it. You just won't get it. Because some women are just, yeah, well, let me call you dad, baby.
No, Andrew Tate is very much a misogynistic abuser. Like he
right.
was
So
known...
listen, if he grew up in that kind, well, dad, let me call you dad. Basically, let me get permission from your father. Let me see what your father can do. I ain't grew up in that kind of home. I grew up in a home where it was my mother and 5 daughters, and if you don't do it, you don't work, you don't eat. I got a bad headache. That's what you do. You get dressed for work. Once you get dressed, right before you leave out, you take 2 Tylenol, head and sinus pills. You get to work, you good. On your break, on your first 30-minute break, you take 2 more pills. And then that'll get you through the next 4 hours. And that's how you go to work sick or not. It wasn't an option of, well, go ahead, just call out. You call out, my mother was like, what the fuck? You home because what? It doesn't make sense. And that's where people get upset with some independent women because they feel like they just said to be neck popping. No, you said because you need to be successful. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't make it, you can't. Like the young lady, say your name again. Ajay just said, I can change a tire. Just because I don't mean I can't. But if she's put in a position where she need to change her fucking tire, she gonna change her tire. But did she have to? No, and she ain't finna do it if she don't want to. That's her femininity and her taking precedence over, yeah, I can change it. See, it's different to be independent and cocky.
Are completely different. Like, Elle grandparents can sit at home and their husband can provide. Today, you men cannot provide for me.
I'll tell you, men want feminine women, but don't want to create an environment where they can.
Where she can be feminine, or she can be at her weakest.
I don't need you.
Ooh, see, that's a whole nother topic. I don't want to. That's going to be a whole nother topic. That's a different topic. Because
like,
I don't.
taking out trash and stuff like that, I'm not doing it. You come in my house, you don't have to live here, but you come in my house, you take it.
So
Well, yeah. All right. So it sounds like more than one thing you just said, and that's why I want to go because we'll be a whole nother show. Look at me, I'm trying to get the file. With the power. Kennedy, how do we get this?
She gone.
I'm not like I'm just not taking trash out. I'm not changing the
T, give me the
tire. I'm not
alcohol.
putting
the
my
best.
gas.
I'm
I'm not
about to-
doing
I gotta-
it because you're a man.
But hypothetically, if your dude not home and you just so happen to be in
I
the
take
house,
my trash out.
that's about
Right.
that.
Right. That's
But
that's
I'm
why
not
I
throwing
said
the
it
tire.
said like
I'm
she
not
said
changing
more than
my
one
tire.
thing.
But
'Cause she
like,
said,
if you're
I'm
not
the-
home and the trash needs to come out, you're taking the trash out.
That's valid. Because even when I come here, if it's a whole bunch of trash,
Right.
Miss Vier, she's fully
Like I
capable
said, I
of
don't
taking
believe
out the
in
trash. I'ma
gender
take
goes
that
to a
trash.
certain extent, but when it comes to changing the tire, taking the trash out, and pumping the gas, I'm just.
I feel like it depends on the person you're in a relationship with that define what role is what. Like, if you're in a relationship with
I'm
somebody.
not dealing with no zesty man.
No, not zesty, but
You should have
I'm
been
saying,
here
like,
last week.
Baby,
No,
she just said zesty. ain't dealing with no
gender
zesty,
roles,
nigga.
but I feel like it comes. Your role is basically, essentially, I guess, what y'all two have discussed.
Friend, if I walk out that front door and I see that trash
Wait a
on the
minute.
floor, and you see that trash on the
I
floor.
know.
But like what I'm saying is like I said, like you can wash dishes,
Right.
I can wash dishes, you can wash the clothes. Hey, go do that. That's why I said it's certain points where gender role where I feel like
All right.
a man can do it and a woman can do it.
Can I say something though, real quick? You said more than one thing, which is the thing that makes men say, "Nah, I beg the difference." She talking shit. You said, "Cause I'm the man with money. I don't need no man." The thing, are you saying it like I'm good and I don't want no relationship? I'm good and I got it and I don't need no nigga to come along and be with me? Cause I need to know what you're saying before I reply.
You know how to survive.
Exactly.
Right. So
On my
so
own.
so
when it
saying
comes
that.
to provide, and people like a man to
Y'all
provide
back,
and
y'all
protect.
back, we back. All right.
Like you can provide and protect, but at the same time, I don't need you. But like I said, when it comes to certain gender roles, I'm just not doing it. I do know how to do it.
All right.
But
So,
if you leave today or tomorrow, I'm
right.
I'm
So the thing is to be one of the women who says that already demise who the man is as a man. I'm not saying be here to pump him up, but part of your femininity is to make your man. That's Superman. Don't dumb him down.
Yeah.
Because and how you said it, it made them sound like, well, damn, she don't. I hope that nigga ain't watching this shit because they don't need it. Because the thing is not, especially black women. I think we go harder when our back is against the wall, when the money's short, when the bills are high. It's not to need a man, but do I want a man? Yeah, I want that somebody to compliment me when I'm tired. I can do 15 million businesses in one day, but at the end of the day, to be able to lay on his chest and be like, oh my God, babe, that is like the best feeling ever. Is better than if you just had the best sex ever. Right. That when you can kind of like let all that go. I'm a person who it takes a lot for somebody to say, sit down, I got it. Like now, I come to the point. I'm in here and I'm gonna put my feet up on the desk and I'm like, Kennedy, did you get the? I'm waiting down for the show to be over so Brandon can pull the trash from me because I know Brandon will be like, Miss V, I got it. You know what I mean? Is you got to know when your femininity is never up for discussion, is never up for grabs.
That's respected.
Right.
So you got to know when this is not an option to me, but I want my man. Yeah, I want him. First of all, he compliments me on being the feminine woman I am. I compliment him because I make him look good. You know what I mean? It's certain things why the relationship is great, how it balances out mentally, having that other someone, even if you got everything and can do everything and know everything, to have that someone at the end of the day say, babe, let me tell you what happened, and feel safe. And he can just be like, just lay right here, girl, you're so tired. That feels like wonderful. But can you be independent? Fuck yeah. I mean, I don't know a black female who can't. The worst crackhead mom know how to say, I'm gonna go ahead. I got $5. I'm ready to make this shit, get some oodles noodles, some bread, some eggs. Now she done for her kids for 5 days, and she gonna get high. I don't know too many black women that fall short like that. But I don't want you to think that because you can, that's your badge of honor. No, you can because you should. But is that the badge of honor? No, because when you become in that healthy relationship with somebody who looks at you like the feminine, goddess, beautiful woman that you are, you learn to say, no, this is for reserves. you kind of learn to say, I got this. Or, babe, you know, I ain't get such and such this week, or this ain't get caught up. Don't worry about it, babe, I got it. That's where the cockiness comes in. So you got to learn to use your cocky when it's necessary. So do you got to put it out there? Because I don't need no. Nope, you don't got to. But when you're in a relationship with a man, and he'll wear it different because he'll be out in front of people like, no, yo, I'm good. My girl got me. I'm good. You'll feel, you know what I'm saying? Is a difference there. Is a big difference. But you got to be in that situation with that right person that comes along and compliments all your great. Because everybody can't take a strong, independent woman. That's why it's the blue pill, red pill. No, fuck no. It's just the pills. Take your pills for the pill. Like, you know what I'm saying? like I think it's crazy to say all that. I'm sorry, real quick, as comments going. Welcome everybody who's just coming right back. Rodney Pierce said, hold up. When it comes to, can you read that, please? Oh, did you get it?
When it comes right down to the bottom line, only need a woman for one thing, but I also appreciate the intangibles.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. So I get what he said. He said he only need a woman for one thing. And then what was the second part?
He also appreciates the intangibles.
So that's how a lot of men see it. Because deep down inside, all they need her for is the one thing. But I appreciate all that good, all that independent woman that come with it. So keep your independent woman as your superpower. You ain't got to wear that as your badge of shield. You get what I'm saying? Because that's going to ward off a good man coming along. The most time you'll see a good man, you'll think you see one, but he's going to be a user every time. He's going to want to use you. He's going to want something from you. He go, oh, because you got a car. Oh, because you got a job. Oh, because you got a TV on the wall. He coming around football time and basketball time. He's going to want something. And you're going to think he's a good man because he love your independence. No, he love what he can get out of this independent woman. So don't use your independency as a shield, but use it as your reserve. Get you somebody and find yourself, something that Tone explained to me, find yourself dating without saying what you got, what you own, what you this, and what you that. But just kind of like playing it cool and soft. And that person who likes you for just all your characteristics of who you are, before knowing what you got, what you own, what you can do, what you can buy, 9 times out of 10 is the one. He's the one who your reserves are good for. When he says, I lost my job, I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't worry about it, I got it. What you mean you got it? Oh, I got it, we good. Go ahead, just stay home today, take a moment, get yourself together, start looking online or something tomorrow, but you ain't got to worry today. And that's what he's going to look at you like, bitch, you go, bitch. Girl, I love you! And that's when it kicks in. Those greedy ones, they're going to be looking like, yo, God, damn. So just I'm just saying, learn when to say it. Don't get too cocky that, because I don't need, no, because he's going to say the same thing. You don't need them, but you want a good one. Want a good one. A good one to help compliment you very well. Rodney Pierce said, keep the independency, but lose the stank attitude. So, Rodney Pierce, you kind of said what I said without being a fucking jerk. I wasn't a jerk. Stank attitude. It sounded like a girl. Anyway.
You sassy man.
Wait. Rodney Pierce, did you hear Kay? Said you sassy adult male. We just talked about that on another show. What is a sassy man? We was talking about that last week, wasn't we? And I said, don't say you're going to grab your ankle. Just don't say you're going to grab your ankle. Just fucking cross your legs, sir. But, yeah. What?
Nigga, we can go back.
Look at that. Tell that DJ run it back. No, now he's saying laughing his ass off. He didn't expect you to say that, Kay, because Kay always a sweet one. She call you a sassy man. He think it's funny. All right, y'all. Thanks for having me in. Kennedy, thanks for calling me. I needed that. Anybody have any questions before I go? No. All right. See y'all. See y'all in a bit.
All right, let's go. What else we got on the list?
I feel like it's a lot of negative stereotypes based on women.
How soon the song?
In conclusion.
Whoa. I got one more question. And y'all survive the Evil Dead if y'all seen Evil Dead.
No, ma'am.
told you
No, sir. No hand. No hand. No
If God
turkey.
decided right there in that moment
Absolutely
that
not.
it was my time,
If it's
to
my
go, baby,
time,
who am I to argue
My
with?
only request is please make it quick and painless.
Right.
Like I don't want to feel it
Nah,
happening.
nigga, Evil
to me.
Dead, you suffer.
I don't want to suffer.
See, no.
Nigga, you suffer.
They gonna eat you.
Dead by
I
dawn.
just quit.
Dead by dawn.
I don't know what
You
part
better
they need to
quit.
eat first for me to be.
You'd be better off shooting yourself.
I'm jumping off.
I will.
Oh, no, you still gonna come back to life.
They get you.
Yeah.
That's if they. That's
Evil
if
Dead.
they possessed you or put the stuff in you. But if you kill yourself before any of that,
No, you still
know-
come back.
my guy, you're dead.
No, you
But am
come
I
back.
going to feel that
You
pain?
come back, my nigga.
Ah.
My bad for that shit.
She got you.
No, I got
He
her.
got her.
All right, that's just the fucking point, though.
He
All
said,
right.
"Hi."
On that note,
Wait.
Oh, it's been fun. It's been real.
I mean, if you didn't like me that much, damn.
Well, it's never that serious.
I know, I'm playing shit.
What I spit on somebody? Good ass question.
Answer.
What I spit on somebody?
what you mean? Like,
In what
No, I
way?
mean, like if I wanted to fucking
Like,
fight you type shit.
Oh no, you can throw hands
insane.
without
That's
having
so
them like.
disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
awesome.
What I go past my
What
limits.
do you think is more disrespectful?
That's
Yeah,
foul.
that, no.
Fuck disrespect. That shit is
Ew.
foul.
Woo.
You taking all that fucking mucus and
It's
The
shit,
way I'm
you
grabbing the first
building
thing.
that shit up.
Not disrespectful.
Do y'all think it's more disrespectful for somebody to open palm, slap the shoulder, right? Versus somebody cocking their fist back in the
I
socket?
think it's just fucking back end shit on
I
somebody.
think a slap is more like
It's
Like,
That's
that's like
what
a
you
bit.
thought about.
But no,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
like-
It's not the act. It's gonna be the sound. When you smack somebody, like when you just punch
If
somebody,
it echo,
yeah, like
Imagine
Back
I
end,
seen a
motherfucker.
nigga
I want you to
knock
feel my
somebody
fucking
out
knuckle, too.
with just a smack,
yeah.
strong as fuck.
Yeah.
I never want no problems with him.
real quick before Rodney leaves, he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, great topics and shows. Kudos."
Appreciate you,
Thank you,
Rodney.
Ross.
I thought you should fight Rodney.
He's trying to battle rap you.
No, you're not the only
Oh,
one
what's
who came
up?
Hit
I'm
that
telling
shit
you.
for one time.
Before we end the show, for the one time, we got our SoundCloud rapper. Give a little something.
Look,
Drop that beat, boy. Drop the beat.
Go ahead, we'll drop the
Drop the
beat.
beat. Sorry, drop the beat.
that should be.
No, it's not.
You gotta be consistent. Come on now.
Now, I.
look like fucking Travis.
Somebody
Scott.
gotta put a beat on.
You gotta put the glasses.
Look like fucking Travis Scott.
Okay.
Put the
Alright.
glasses on.
Let me get ready.
Frank that shit, Frank.
For real.
All right, people.
Yeah!
Wait,
Hold on.
don't that shit change colors? That shit don't change colors?
And tell Rodney don't
Damn,
say
never
nothing
mind.
about my bars neither.
I like it better in the dark anyway. We need to start doing this shit more often.
Somebody give me a beat, yo.
Oh,
I ain't
hold on.
even
Fix that
playing
camera
right
up
now.
there so she get the spotlight.
I'm
Why
not
do
playing
you
right
turn
now.
the camera sideways? It
1,
would've gone
2, 1,
all
2.
fours. Let's realize it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Where the beat it?
Ain't
I
no
can't
beat.
do acapella.
Oh. Fuck. No,
Okay.
no,
Go ahead.
No, I was
First of all,
saying-
you was bluffing.
No, I was talking about the fucking sound with us banging.
Oh,
this
you're
shit.
right. I'm sorry.
Alright, no, K's throwing me off. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Party. Fuck it, let's have a party.
Keep going.
Pop, pop, pop. Bang, bang.
We out.
All right, we on. Fuck this shit. This is break room.
Wait, no.
We got one,
No,
two,
I
and
wanna
three
do
fucking
it over.
Powerpuff Girls in
I
this
gotta do it
motherfucker.
over. Let me do it over. Don't be a hater. I was just nervous. Get that shit wet, DJ. Run that shit back.
Get that shit wet.
Run that shit the fuck back.
Run back. Somebody do the sound effects. Come on. Yeah. Damn, I lost it, y'all. I'm sorry.
Fuck this. We out.
Absolutely not.
It's been fun. It's been real. It's a break room every Saturday, 12 something. Just know.
12 times.
Yeah, whenever the fuck you say is when you say it.
You see